Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe if you feel that the content I put out is helpful. So today I wanted to talk about a few things. The first thing I wanted to talk about is if you're a notary, it's important to keep your information up to date in all these directories that are out there. And the reason I say that is because I'm the co-founder of the Notary family, and we have a directory of notaries. And just this week, I went in there to do some updates because I had somebody reach out to me saying, hey, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. I'm like, okay, let me figure out what the problem is. So as I'm doing that, I realized that there was probably about 50 people or so that had expired commissions in the database. So I went through and sent emails out to all those people saying, hey, you need to update your credential. If you're not a notary, that's okay. You're not going to show in the database anymore, but it's nice to keep that up to date so that we know that you're still a notary and that kind of thing. So just to give you some insight, the Notary Family Database is a database of active notaries, and the database actually goes through and hides your profile if you don't have a current commission. So if your commission expires, let's say this month, next month you're not going to show in that database if you don't go in there and update your expiration. And if your commission number changes like it does here in California, then update that information so that it's all current. So I went through and actually, for all the California people, or most of them, that I was able to find in the Secretary of State's website, because they publish that every day, all the new notaries, all the current notaries. I went through and found all the notaries that were in there that had expired and updated their information because I had access to that. I couldn't do that for all the states because I just don't have that kind of time. But I did send out an email saying, hey, update your information and keep it updated. So, the Notary Family Database, not super important to keep that up to date, because it's not, I search that database to find notaries to refer work to, and my colleagues do, and so forth. Not a big database to worry about. But all the other places, signing companies and signing services where you have your information posted, like SnapDocs, signing order, all these other people that you're trying to get work from, you need to go through and make sure that that's up to date. Same thing with Notary Cafe, Notary Rotary, 123 Notary, all those other places that you have your information listed. Make sure that it's current phone number, current address, current commission, expiration, all that stuff that they need. And it's important because here my commission expires next month, and it's been going on for, I think they start sending me stuff 90 days out saying, hey, you need to update your information. Well, in California, I can't update my information even if I wanted to. Okay, I guess I can go in there and I can put my commissions that expire in 2028 because I already know I passed the test. I'm just waiting for the new commission number. But I don't want to do that because, I don't know, they might send me a note, because they'll send it out a month before my commission ends, which will be later on this month. They'll send out my packet saying, okay, go file your oath. Well, if for example I put 2028 because I'm going to get it and everything, and for some reason I get busy, I forget to go down and file my oath at the county. Well, now my expiration date's going to change because now I have to go and file a new application, fingerprint again, send a picture, do all this stuff and send to the Secretary of State to get reissued. And then it's going to take me a month or so just to get that new packet back to then go and refile. And then that will be a new expiration date. So that's the reason why I'm just not going to do that and jump on that. And that's why I wait for everything to be completed before I update the profile. But once I get that information, you want to make sure that you go in and update your profile, and then update the information in your profile, especially if you're doing signing service work. Go in there and say, hey, I've done this many signings. I now have done reverse mortgages. I didn't do those before, or whatever. Whatever information is pertinent that's changed that you want to update in your profile so that somebody gets a better idea of, your experience as a notary, as a signing agent in particular, not necessarily a notary, because the public can care less if you are a notary for 20 years or you just got your commission yesterday. They just want their document notarized, okay? But for signing services and title companies and those kind of people that want somebody with a little bit of experience, it's good to go in there and explain your experience and how long you've been a notary and that kind of thing, so that they get an idea, okay, this person just didn't get his commission yesterday, and so he probably knows what he's doing. So that's just one reminder I wanted to share with everybody. Just make sure that stuff's up to date. Make sure your E&O insurance, all those documents that they want to see are up to date in your profiles so that you can get called for work. And the reason I say this is because if you're not up to date, they will just turn off your profile and you won't get any. You'll be like, why am I not getting any work? Now, this is not a great time for loan signings right now. So I think I did my second one yesterday for the year. Okay. I'm not really worried about it because that's not my focus now, but I'm trying to do more loan signings as they come, as I'm available, so that I can just keep in practice. Okay. So yes, I'm not doing them, every day, 5 or 10 a day or whatever, like I used to. But, if I could do, a couple a month, I'm going to be happy because I'm going to stay in the loop and keep my skills honed, So that's what we want to do. You want to make sure that you keep up to date and you're not, there might be some new documents that come out every year or whatever that lenders are putting in there. And if you're not doing loans on a regular basis, you'll be like, what's this document? If you haven't done them for a while, you'll be like, oh, okay, I've never seen that before. And you might miss some signature or something because it's some special document. They just happen to put the signature line at the top of the page instead of the bottom of the page. And because you're not familiar with it, you miss it, and then you have to go back and you look like an idiot, even if you've been a loan signing agent for years, So that's why you want to keep up to date on loans and make sure your profiles are up to date so that you'll get those calls periodically so that you can get business and and keep those skills honed. Okay, so if you hung in this long, great. I'm going to now talk about some other things that are happening in my world, and I want to share that with you so that you can take advantage of these opportunities if you're in the area. So as the co-founder of the Notary family, this year so far we've had 2 events, one in January, one in February. Some networking events. One was in Northern California, the other one's in Southern California. We're having a few more come up here in the next few months. The next one will be March 23rd in Arizona, in Scottsdale. That will be a networking event. So if you're in Arizona, look that up at thenotaryfamily.com. thenotaryfamily.com. We have all our events posted there. It's if you wait like 3 seconds, a pop-up pops up and shows all the events. You can click on the button and get more information or register. So that event in March 23rd, that's like a 4-hour event. It's going to include lunch. We're going to have some various topics with breakout groups to help people learn about other avenues that they can possibly get into to expand their notary business. I'm also doing a fingerprinting class the day before on March 22nd in Chandler. So you'll find that you can go to the same spot. I have a button on that landing page as well to register for the fingerprinting class if you want to learn about fingerprinting. So I'll be teaching that I've invited Unica McCoy. She's a notary and fingerprint technician down there in the Phoenix area. I've invited her to come and show some live scan equipment that you have to use in the state of Arizona, because I'm in California. Everything's different. I've invited her to come and give her perspective on what needs to happen in Arizona so that you can be better informed on what it would take to process fingerprints in Arizona. So that's March 22nd. Between 1 and 3 is the time frame for that. We'll probably run a little bit over because we're going to have a little bit of show and tell, so that you'll be able to see what equipment is needed if you want to get into electronic fingerprinting. And we're going to have some real practice, live in-person practice for both ink and biometric fingerprinting, so electronic fingerprinting. So if you're interested in that, come join me there on the 22nd of March. So the next event that we're going to have is in Southern California, Long Beach, near Long Beach. That is a shorter event. It's going to be 2.5 hours. That's networking, similar to what we did in February. So if you're down in that San Jose area, Southern California area, come and join us there. That's a great way. These networking events are great opportunities to find notaries within your area to network and start building your own small network that you can call, these local notaries when you have questions, or you're just running up something against something that's you haven't seen before. And I've done that myself, where I've called people and say, hey, I've never seen this before. is this, what do you do on this form, or what is this? Have you seen this before? And you can get some insight. So that's what those networking events are all about, to learn more about, or to network with people that are in the local area that you can connect with offline outside of the networking group, to build those relationships and get your group going. There's another one that we're doing. So that's, did I say April 20th off for that one? That's April 20th. I may have said the wrong date because we had it on another date before. So it's April 20th. That will be from 10 to 10 to 12:30. It's 2.5 hours. So 10 to 12:30. Okay. On the April 20th. Okay. And you can go to the notaryfamily.com to find more information about that as well. Okay. And the final event that we're working on, I don't have all the details. All I have is the date right now. It's going to be on July 13th in Long Beach. And this event will be, we're inviting some attorneys, paralegals, and legal document assistants to come and speak to us in small groups and share their knowledge. We're also going to have probably a notary speak about what they're looking for to partner with these type of professionals. What they look for, or what notaries need to look for when they're looking to partner with these type of professionals, and vice versa. So if that's something that interests you, that you're trying to get into getting more work with estate planning attorneys, paralegals, or legal document assistants, come and join us on that event. We're going to hopefully spread the word so that we will have these professionals speak in small groups, but we're also going to open it up for these professionals to come and network with notaries to find that right notary that they can partner with. Because as you know, every notary is not the professional's preferred notary, and vice versa. You might not want to do business with every attorney. So we're going to have that time set aside where attorneys can come, and attorneys, paralegals, and legal document assistants can come and partner or find the right fit, hopefully, in that area. And so we will be targeting attorneys and these type of professionals specifically in that local area. I'm not saying that you have to be in that city to come, and it's not going to benefit you, because these attorneys, regardless of where they come from, they will have work in the surrounding area. So if they're from Long Beach, for example, and they don't want to, they will do business in Los Angeles, and Orange County, and all these surrounding areas, so that you can take advantage of making those relationship connections. So just want to share that with you. Come and join us. That's July 13th. All of these are Saturdays, and the reason why we do everything on Saturday is because, number one, usually we don't conflict with any religious things that happen on Sundays. A lot of people do Sundays. Now, of course, I had somebody that their religious day is on Saturday, but for the most part, most people, they do things on Sundays, so that's why we pick Saturday. The other thing is for loan signings and such, we're a lot slower on Saturdays. Not saying that you won't get business on Saturday, but for most of us, it's a little slower on Saturdays. So, at least for me. So that's the reason we pick Saturdays. And then the one event, fingerprinting, on the 22nd, that's a Friday. So, if you can't come to that one, maybe if you are interested, take some time off or block it off so that you can attend that event, because it is in person, and I don't do many in-person events. I did one last October in Southern California. It was a success, and have several people working towards becoming a live scan service provider there in California. So you can take advantage of that opportunity if you're available that day and you're in Arizona area. Okay, with that, everyone, I'm going to leave you, and hopefully this was helpful. Please like and subscribe if this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great one, everyone.